You know, as a guy that's in his mid 20s in 2023, there's a lot of things wrong with the 21st century and for what it stands for as far as 2023 goes. And this has been on my mind for a while, and it's been on my thoughts also in the process. To whereas, as far as this video goes, things we got now that I want to talk about that I don't like versus things we didn't really have back in the 1900s. So I'll try to break it down section by section and then go from there. Let's start with social media. Back in the 1900s, we didn't really have social media, and I wasn't born anywhere near the 1900s to fucking see it out in person. No shit. But because of technology now, I can just simply look up an article, ask people that lived life in the 1900s, or watch a YouTube video about it. And I really think social media really, degraded people, regardless of your age group, preferably the young ones, because they basically have more hands-on experience with that type of shit. Because the reason why it's really degrading of social media as far as the 21st century goes, when you compare it to the 1900s, is I notice a lot of people aren't really interactive with one another as far as, being in public. And it could be fucking anything. It could be fucking, students in schools, they're too glued to their fucking phone because of social media. It could be people in public at a grocery store, people in a mall. You see people just on their fucking phone, glued on their fucking phone every second that fucking goes by, as far as 2023 goes. And I'm the last one to fucking talk my fucking ass off because, yes, I do have social media, but I really don't use it that much, except for YouTube. That's probably why this YouTube video is, rolling and filming, because I do this shit for the fucking side of it. Because on this YouTube channel, what you need to really, come to a realization is there are probably people that are exactly like me, or people that are really similar like me, to whereas I just like to speak my fucking mind off and let my voice be the fuck known on. Regardless if you get offended or not, I really don't give two fucking shits, because at the end of the day, right, at the end of the fucking day, there are going to be people that are going to be on your side and support you all the way through your little baby steps as you venture out and excel in life. And then you're going to have those fucking uptight, fucking skimpy ass Judge Judy motherfucking Karens that are going to hold you back and basically just say, oh well, you're not supposed to say this. Oh well, you're not supposed to say that. If you say that, I get offended. Whoa, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give two fucking shits if you get offended or not. To the people that are new on my channel, just let you know, on this channel, I will speak my fucking mind off. And I will continue to speak my fucking mind off. And it's never gonna fucking stop. If you're a current subscriber, you already know the fuck goes down on this channel, on what I say, and how I like to say it. So let's get back into the whole social media bullshit. People aren't really interacting with one another because of social media. People are also toxic as fuck on social media. There's a lot of drama going back and forth as far as social media goes, and I feel like social media really just degraded people, especially the youngins that were born anywhere from like the 2010s and up. Because it's pretty fucking obvious, if we didn't have social media back then, no shit, people would actually interact with one another, people would talk to each other for hours. And I saw this one post on Instagram. They compared 1960s to 21st century, which is this generation, right? Back in the 60s, everyone would be in a, you would have your families, right? They would all be at the dinner table, eating, talking, interacting. We didn't have, smartphones that we currently do back then, right? So that's all they could do: talk, interact, all that shit. The kids would go out and play. I mean, no shit, kids still do that today, but not as often as it was back then. Kids would talk, they would play, ride their bikes, play football, basketball, play sports, just being normal fucking human beings, which people don't fucking do today. People would actually take advantage of the world for its full bright and fucking glory, and just be, decent fucking human beings. But the moment 21st century came along, and we had social media, it really just degraded the fuck out of people. Because nowadays, right, let's get into the whole social media bullshit of this fucking video. Nowadays, right, when you're at a dinner table, right, because we have smartphones and social media to take into account, right, people wouldn't actually eat their fucking food as a normal fucking human being would do. You know what I mean? People would bring their fucking phones, go ahead on their fucking phones, texting and shit, or making a fucking Instagram story. Wow, an Instagram story, or a fucking TikTok. I'm eating dinner, but I gotta film it for some reason. You know how these fucking kids are? They gotta film every little fucking thing for the social media because they got a clout over it. They gotta fucking flex their rights and all that other bullshit. Oh, I'm eating dinner, LOL. Let me make a fucking reel about it. They would like have their phone, right? Eat a little bit, go ahead, do some text, make a fucking, fucking LOL tweet or whatever bullshit on Twitter. Eat again, go on your phone, text your bullshit, eat again. So, that's the whole point of what I'm trying to fucking say. It's degrading as fuck. Because even I don't do that fucking bullshit. When it comes to eating, I leave my phone in my fucking room, right? I eat like a normal fucking human being. And then, when I'm done eating like a normal fucking human being, I just go on about my fucking life. Not this fucking bullshit, distraction type bullshit, to whereas, you gotta have your phone in one hand, and you're eating your fucking, food in the other fucking hand, and then you're just back and forth with that, social media in one hand, eating. It's like, nah. Be a normal fucking human being and eat your fucking food. Learn how to interact with fucking people. Talk to people. Not this 50 fucking bullshit when you're walking, texting on your phone, and just getting distracted and shit like that. Because back in the 1900s, you never had that fucking problem as far as social media goes and smartphones go. Which is why it's degrading as fuck. That's the first problem when you compare social media for the 21st century versus the 1900s. That's one thing that really stands out. Let's get into section number 2. That was section 1. Let's get into section 2 of this problem that needs to be fucking addressed. But at the end of the day, it's my opinion. Some of you will agree with what I say. Some of you will disagree with what I say. Nothing I say or do can physically change the problem that I have about these topics. But I just thought that I speak my mind about it because that's basically how I'm fucking feeling. Topic number 2. Let's talk about those fucking Dragonelle extensions that a lot of fucking, women have. Because back in the 1900s, we didn't really have, women didn't really have that. That's more of a 21st thing. You know how women have those long ass fucking Dragonelle extensions that's clipped on top of their, original nail? Don't know why women have the tendency to go out of their way to put those fucking long ass, fucking fake ass extension dragon nail clips on their fucking fingers. It makes you look stupid as fuck. And it's just, just be fucking normal. Don't try to fit in with fucking a lot of, women that have those fucking long ass dragon nail extensions. It makes you look stupid as fuck. Just putting that the fuck on. What's wrong with being normal and having normal nails? See, for me, I don't have those long ass fucking fake ass dragon nail extensions. It's a waste of money. It looks stupid as fuck. And it's not wise to try to fit in with a lot of other fucking women that have that type of shit. It makes you look stupid as fuck. Ultimately, it does. And another thing is about the whole thing about me bringing up how it's a waste of money. Well, when you try to see my hand right here, right? If you try to put your hand into a ball, for me, I have regular nails, right? That's why I'm able to form it into a ball, right? Now, if you have those long-ass dragon nail extensions, depending on which one you have, you can't really grab things fully. You can't really get your knuckles to form in this full motion because those long-ass dragon nails will basically pierce into your fucking palm. It really puts you at a disadvantage long-term. Now, that goes for the dragon nail extension, those fake-ass nails that you clip on, right? But if you have your regular nails that extends outwards, that is longer than usual to make it look like a dragon nail extension, that's different. You know what I mean? That's a second problem that we didn't have in the 1900s that we do have now. Let's talk about this third problem. Those fucking big ass earlobes that you have on your fucking earlobe right over here. I'm talking about those big ones that look like a fucking O-ring. Why the fuck would you... Because back then we didn't have that shit, right? It's all of a sudden a 21st century type of fucking bullshit that we have now. Why the fuck, right, would you damage your fucking earlobe like my earlobe's right over here, right? Why would you pierce that shit? Put a big ass fucking O and then embedded it in your earlobe? And then fucking expect not to have people fucking be judgmental about it. It's because you look like a fucking idiot. You got that big ass fucking circle in your earlobes. Like, what are you gaining out of that? What are you fucking accomplishing out of it? You trying to fit in with a lot of these fucking hippie ass motherfuckers? Huh? These 1950s Mario Kart looking faggots that want to damage your fucking body. Huh? Nail extensions. Put a big ass fucking earlobe. You're not really gaining anything out of it. Which brings me to my next thing. A fucking boring... Why, regardless if you're a man or woman, why would you fucking pierce your fucking nostrils and your fucking nose right over here, right? And put a fucking bull ring in the center of it. Makes you look stupid as fuck. Back in the 1900s, we didn't have that shit. Nail extensions. A big ass fucking circle on your earlobe. A fucking bull ring. Don't get it. Let's move on to our third topic, our third section of this video. Let's talk about plastic surgery. Back in the 1900s, I'm not really 100% sure if they had plastic surgery or if it was done differently. I might have to look that up off camera. One thing that really, bugs me, and I don't know why women have a tendency of doing this, is they have a regular pair of tits, right? They have a regular set of ass, right? Why the fuck would you waste your money and time to change how God created you. You know what I mean? If you have a regular pair of tits as a woman, if you have a regular set of an ass as a woman, why the fuck would you get plastic surgery and get liposuction on your fucking ass to make your ass fatter and bigger than what it originally was previously? You know what I mean? Why would you change that? Because there's going to be probably a lot of people that are going to take my side on this, and there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me. But for me, I'm thinking realistically right now. I'm being honest and realistic about this topic. You have a lot of OnlyFans girls, you have a lot of, porn stars, but apparently this generation want to call it corn stars. To whereas it's a need, it's a mission, it's their fucking principle, to whereas a regular ass of a fucking woman, it isn't good enough. They want to get as much simps as possible, so you know what they do? They get plastic surgery, right? And when they get plastic surgery, they want to make their ass twice or maybe 4 times fatter than its natural looking beauty was originally. But ultimately, it looks ugly as fuck, it looks fake as fuck, and it's really, it's not really gonna cause a hard-on for me or for a lot of guys. If you're a woman and you have a natural all beauty body, a natural looking ass, that natural looking ass, in my opinion, is way more better looking than a fake ass that's doubled or 4 times bigger in size, if you think about it. Same thing goes for tits. Regardless if you have small tits, average size tits, and it's all natural, and it's not fake as fuck, that would look much better than a woman getting surgery to have fake ass tits that are 4 times bigger than the natural fucking look. Let's move on to our next section. I think it's section 4, I believe. If you're one of those type of people that are not average weight, or if you're not in shape, or if you're not slim, for me, I'm in average shape. I'm not one of those fucking 600-pound people to be fucking going on about this topic. But I watched this one video from the 1930s, and in that video, a lot of people were in shape. They were either in shape, slim, which is super skinny, or average. There wasn't really a lot of, obese people, a lot of, fucking overweight fucking people. And I know we had fucking fast food chains back then, but if you compare it to now, that's basically where it hits fucking home. Nowadays, I notice we have a lot of overweight fucking people, a lot of people that aren't in shape. And that's currently a problem in this generation, if you think about it. Back then, we didn't really have that much overweight fucking people. Not saying anything is wrong with it, so don't put fucking words in my mouth saying that I do think something's wrong with it. But we didn't really have a lot of overweight people back then. Nowadays we have a lot of overweight fucking people. Now I'm not one to judge and saying, oh well, you need to be fucking macho, man. You need to fucking, eat your carbs, you need to fucking do this, do that, cardio, exercise, get in shape. I mean, that's a choice. It takes years to get fucking muscle. It takes years to get that dream body. And it's all about consistency. Yes, you could probably have a cheat day here and there. But some people probably give up 1 month in the fucking diet. We didn't really have that much overweight people back then than we do now. Like when I went to the grocery store fucking today, right, to buy a shitload of fucking groceries today, there was probably a lot of people that were slim, thick, or overweight. Not saying that's anything wrong, but just stating the fucking obvious about that. That's basically what needs to be fucking said. This video is about 20 minutes right now, so let's get into this last topic, and I'm really gonna get into this fucking topic because this one really needs to be said. This one is really on my fucking mind right now. Let's compare dating in the 1900s to dating in 2023, 21st century modern times. It's basically gonna cover something I said in section 1 about fucking, interacting with people on social media and all that bullshit. About how social media is degrading, and that's gonna really correlate to this last section of the video about dating. I saw this video that really fucking touched me, comparing dating from the 1960s to 2023, or the 2020s in general, and it really touched me because back in the 1960s you had like those little fucking those little dine-ins when you take your cars. It's similar to Sonic, but just back then, where you have your burgers, your milkshakes. It's like a dine-in but with cars. A 1960s diner, you get the idea. Back then in dating, people would actually, and that's what I really miss now, but we don't have that now. Old school love now is dead. Old school romance is fucking dead. If you're expecting, I don't know if you've watched this fucking channel on TV called the Hallmark Movies, and for those Hallmark movies, how it has like those fucking sweet endings when it's just smiles and laughter and all that bullshit and just good vibes. Yeah, you don't really have that anymore nowadays. You don't really have traditional fucking dating now than you did back in the day. And that's something that I really wish we brought back today, but those times are dead as far as traditional dating goes. The thing about traditional dating is two people would get to know each other, they would talk it out, see what similar interests they have, all that, and just be two fucking human beings and just getting to want to know each other. Nowadays, ever since we have cell phones in the fucking picture, social media, you get the idea. We don't really have traditional dating now than we did back then. People are too busy on their fucking phones, dating over a fucking phone. Some people will still date in person, but nowadays for dating, two things. Either one, you'll be in person and they'll just be stuck on their fucking phone, not really trying to get to know one another and just using you for fucking food. It's paid for that fucking food bill, which is fucking pathetic and bullshit if you think about it. And option 2, the virtual matter. You can download any dating app, whether it's free or you pay. It could be fucking, eHarmony, Match.com. It could be fucking Bumble, Tinder. You take the free route, you swipe left, you swipe right, you get a match. You get to see where it goes from there. Back then we didn't have that in the 1900s, so it kind of, it's really degrading. And then if you want fucking perks for dating on those dating apps, you would have to fucking, buy a premium pass, pay out of pocket, and most of those fucking, purchases are all sales are final type bullshit. So if you spend a hefty amount of money on it, you're either one, not gonna get luck by getting ignored, or not really finding someone, and then you waste that money, or you might get someone. It's kind of a 50-50 type of deal. But as far as traditional dating goes, we didn't, it's dead. That's dead. Guys like me that are old school, treat a woman good, those days are dead. Opening a door for a woman, those days are fucking dead. But there are still probably a very few guys like me, or probably a very few girls that are old school. Just because I'm young, just because I'm 25, doesn't mean I'm like all these other fucking mutants. I'm old school. I'm the type of guy that would treat a woman fucking right. That would make a woman fucking fall in love in my fucking arms. I'm the type of guy that goes on a date. I would open a door for the fucking woman, treat her good. The only problem is I'm not really paying for the first fucking date. Because when we're at the getting to know each other stages as far as dating goes, right? I'm not spending a hefty amount of money just to get to know you, just for it to not work out down the road. Because that is a possibility that it can happen. The way I see it, there's two ways to go about it. We can go half and half on the date. Or we can go half and half on the date, or, and this is where I would have to bite the bullet because I don't know if I'll get fucked over on this part. I pay for the full date on one date, then the woman that I'm dating, right? This is just an example. Pays for the other full date, but that's the part that I said that I could get fucked over because I could pay my part on the full date, and then when it's her turn, for example, to pay for her part on the other date, she could go ahead and back out and not pay for it, and I'm basically, shit out of fucking luck. But that's basically it. As far as dating goes, when you compare the 1900s to 2020 to the 2020s and the 21st century goes, you know what I mean? Because this is going to be the last thing that I need to get off my chest before I end this video. There are some women that don't like old school guys. There are some women that want a quote unquote bad boy. They want a boy or a guy that's gonna treat them like fucking shit. I don't know why, but for some reason, some women have a weird fucking fetish. They like being bossed around by guys. They like being treated like shit. They like being, hit, slapped around and shit. They don't want a good guy that's gonna treat them good. They want a guy that's gonna treat them worse than shit. Not all, some. There are very few percentage of women, and because of how rare it is to find a woman of that caliber in today's time, I'll probably say 5 to 10%. You're gonna find a woman that wants to treat them good. That's gonna be a gentleman. That's not gonna fucking, boss them around. Unless you're being jokative about it, that's the only exception. That basically sums up everything that is wrong with the 21st century compared to the 1900s. Why life was a lot more, normal back then compared to how it is now and how strange it is now. Because right now, as far as 2023 fucking goes, I really don't know what the future has to fucking hold. I really don't know how the year 3000 will go. If I ever live to see the year 3000, or if I ever live to see, like, close to that decade. But that's basically all that really comes down to of what a strange generation we live in nowadays. In the 2020s, 21st century, compared to how life was in the 1900s. Even though I never lived a life back then, like I said, I have social media as my friend. I could look up YouTube videos about it. I could read articles about it. And I can talk to people that lived life back then and ask for their fucking life story about it. Oh, my fucking neck. That's basically what it really comes down to.